Hey there, y'all, and welcome to today's Daily Down and Dirty. My name is Fairlight. Welcome to Airy Fairy Tarot. All right, y'all. So I don't even know what to title this one yet. It looks like somebody is really either is going through it or has gone through it. And so we start out with this oracle deck. I've got two cards, Embrace the Feminine and Time to Ground. And I'm not going to read from the book, but basically this is like Empress energy in the tarot. This is about, it's time for you to receive right now. Whatever you're going through, it feels like it's a strong message to surrender and focus your energy within. And maybe that's what I'll call the reading. Focus your energy within. Especially with this grounding card, this need to ground, I would say just as much as you can spend time in nature, as much as you can do meditations for grounding and connecting to the natural world, and as much as you can just allow the cards to fall as they may and trust that, sometimes there's seasons of destruction, and often those things need to be destroyed so that it can clear the path that is most in alignment for you and your truth. And so if you can just align to affirmations like everything is always working out for me, and indeed it often is. I don't mean to go off on a tangent, but I guess here I am. I love that story that Bashar tells where a friend of Daryl's was hanging out with him and he was channeling Bashar, and I don't want to go through the whole story because it's kind of a long story, but basically he bought this car stereo that he wanted. It wasn't the one he really wanted, but it was good enough. And then somebody broke in his car and stole the stereo. But he attuned his frequency. This is the best thing that could have happened, because that he knew that it was all about his alignment. This is the best thing that could have happened. I don't know how or why, but I trust that it is, and so it must be. And then with the insurance money and fixing his car and all that, he was able to get the original stereo that he'd wanted in the first place. And so everything worked out for him. But somehow he had to be challenged by his own beliefs. And if we can not take reality so personally and recognize that we are being challenged by our own beliefs, that's what reality is showing to us. It's not always easy to see it that way. I'm giving all kinds of metaphors today, but it'll often come through that, like, people will say that reality is a mirror in a fun, simplified way to, explain how that is so, is that if you visualize your internal landscape as like a vast lake, a vast still lake, and every word you speak, every thought you think, every belief you energize, every action you take, every emotion you feel is like dropping a stone into that still lake, and it sends ripples out in all directions. And so eventually, just like in a lake, those ripples reach some sort of edge or boundary, and then those ripples return back to the center. And so that's reality reflecting what's inside of you back to you. And so you can always change the narrative, you can always change the ripple, you can always change your vibration. And so right now there's a need for you to surrender and know your abundance and really connect into our beautiful Mother Earth and really get grounded, connected, again focusing on that inner landscape. So then we're going to move on into the tarot reading. So it started out, this Three of Pentacles came out by itself for a while. And upright, this is like pursuing your passions. This is about really investing in your craft, whether you're an artist or a musician or a devoted accountant or you're into healing or whatever it is that you're all about, gardening for that matter. It's about really committing to your purpose, and then seeing that others will show up to support you in that purpose. This being reversed, it feels like something is not supporting you in that purpose. And then you had the Wheel of Fortune reversed to clarify this, that things are just not working in your favor. So either you were working on this and things didn't work out, or maybe you had your sights set on working towards this. Maybe things were supposed to flow in this direction and it just didn't work out. The reason I say say that, and kind of the focal point of the reading is this page of wands reversed. And so you see that upright, they're going on this new journey here. This is about following your passions, exactly that. It's fire energy, passionate, creative, inspired, action oriented, but it's reversed. And so it's something preventing you from taking action on the direction you want to go. And then above that, clarifying that so kind of harshly, is the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Tower. So, you know, looking at that, this is like, fuck, somebody is going through some shit right now. This is about your world falling apart. You know, the Pentacles energy, that's about solid foundations. It's about investing in your reality. And so, you know, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, I often feel like she's superficial anyway. And so this isn't to call you superficial, though. It could just mean that the reality that's falling apart, maybe it was superficial anyway. Whatever it is, and it feels like, even though there's like no cups energy here, it almost feels like something didn't work out for you. Obviously that. I was gonna say, it almost feels like there was an internal value being made, and so maybe somebody wasn't valuing you or something like that. Whatever it is, it kind of feels like you were in a way set up to go on a path of your dreams, and then somehow it just all fell the fuck apart. So however that is, I guess it could be, you know, say you tried to start a business and it fell apart, or maybe you went into a partnership, whether business or romantic, and it just crumbled. But I feel like this is an opportunity to see that maybe it wasn't based on a solid foundation anyway, in the external. And I like that I said solid foundation. I'll just go ahead and show it. Because then we have this 10 of Pentacles, and that's upright. But what it felt like with all of this reading was that there's this inner landscape. Again, that inner landscape metaphor wants to come up, where the solid foundation is within you. The core of you is in valuing yourself. And so whatever fell apart, I think ultimately this is going to end up feeling like a blessing in disguise, because maybe you were selling yourself out or selling yourself short, compromising your own beliefs or compromising your self-worth or self-love, to have what it is that you want. It's almost like that guy, the blues guy, Robert Johnson, who went down to the crossroads and sold his soul to the devil so he could play the blues. And so he did get famous, but then in the end, he was poisoned and he died believing that he was being torn apart by hellhounds. So, you know, that's a fun graphic one. So underneath, and I didn't even see that there was another card. Underneath this 10 of Pentacles, we've got the 9 of Swords reversed. And you know, this is like the worst card when it's upright. This is trauma. This is deep trauma. It's a never-ending nightmare where you know, you're losing sleep over things. It's like things from the past are haunting you. It's projecting onto your future, and you're anywhere except in the now, which is the point of power. And so with this being reversed, I think maybe things are surfacing with whatever this happened. I think maybe a lot of trauma maybe is trying to emerge, and you can recognize it, like whatever trauma responses that you have, whatever internalized trauma that needs to come up. Mercury stations retrograde tomorrow night, so it's a good time to reclaim those parts of yourselves that have been locked away in trauma, and to really reclaim your ability to create a solid foundation for yourself. And then we've got the Ace of Wands reverse, which just says it's not really a time to act right now. It's more a time to sit with these energies, sit with these emotions, sit with these negative thoughts, toxic beliefs, whatever it is, traumas, and create a more solid foundation for you in this moment. And again, receive, receive, receive while it all works itself out. All right, that's all I have for you today. Hopefully that helped somebody. If you would like a personal reading from me, I do palm tarot and astrology. Of course, it's easier to do palm in person, so you can come on into Instant Karma in downtown Asheville, North Carolina, and get a palm reading from me. Also tarot and astrology. If you would like to get either of those, you can get a reading online, and that link to book will be right down below. I just made this booking page, and so so I'm hoping to get it filled up. All right. La, la, la. No, whatever. Anyway, enjoy your day. Peace and love until next time.